Get up into line. God's not confused, your excuses are. This morning's fire is for anyone still hitting snooze on their calling while begging for miracles. If your lungs are filling with air right now, that's your sign. Stop waiting, start walking. God is not confused about your purpose. He laid it out clearly, but too many of us treat his instructions like suggestions we can negotiate. You pray for breakthrough, yet cling to the same habits that built the walls you're trapped behind. You crave peace, but feed chaos like it's comfort food. The truth hits hard. Confusion isn't God's fingerprint, it's ours when we refuse to obey. For God is not a God of disorder but of peace, as in all the congregations of the Lord's people. 1 Corinthians 14:33. This powerful verse comes from Paul's teaching on orderly worship in the Corinthian church, where chaos from uncontrolled spiritual gifts was disrupting unity. Paul reminds believers that God never authors confusion or disorder. He brings peace through structure, submission, and alignment. When your life feels like a storm, it's often a divine signal. Realign, don't rebel. Peace isn't the absence of problems, it's the presence of obedience. God isn't holding out on you, he's protecting you. Many prayers stay unanswered not because he's cruel, but because you're not mature enough to steward the answer without it destroying you. You ask for elevation while nursing childish attitudes, emotional outbursts, and zero discipline. Maturity isn't automatic, it's forged in the quiet choices no one applauds. But solid food is for the mature, for those who have their powers of discernment trained by constant practice to distinguish good from evil. Hebrews 5:14. This verse highlights how spiritual growth demands training like an athlete building muscle through repetition. Constant practice in God's word sharpens discernment, moving us from milk, basic truths, to solid food, deep wisdom. God expects us to grow up, putting away excuses and embracing responsibility so blessings can be sustained, not squandered. Obedience is the key that unlocks everything. It's better than any grand gesture or emotional sacrifice. Saul learned this the hard way when he disobeyed God's direct command, but offered sacrifices to look religious. God rejected the show. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed than the fat of rams. 1 Samuel 15:22. In this story, King Saul spared what God commanded to destroy, then justified it with offerings. Samuel's rebuke cuts deep. God delights in a heart that listens and acts immediately, not in rituals that mask rebellion. Obedience honors God more than any offering ever could. It's the ultimate worship. Today's message for everyone listening: get up. God already gave you breathe, direction, and strength. The sign you're waiting for is the sunrise you just witnessed. Stop entertaining excuses. They're thieves stealing your authority. Choose discipline over drama, faith over feelings, maturity over mediocrity. Words to reflect on. Stop negotiating with what God has already declared. Delay isn't denial, it's divine development. Embrace the training. Maturity means doing right when no one's watching and no applause comes. Your next level requires your next level of obedience. Step into it today. You were created for authority, not excuses. Walk in it boldly. I love you all. I appreciate every one of you, and I thank you for your time. Stay blessed. I do not post for money because if you verify, I do not get paid. I am far from it. Everything I post is because I genuinely care. I am not out here begging for anything. I am here serving God. You follow if you wish, and if not, God bless. I am still providing content no matter what, and you are welcome to listen. I do this for God. Love always, Santiago DC Maria.